Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. Now, of all of the possible clan combinations, there are actually only two that I have not yet done. So we're going to do one of those this time, and one of those next time. For this time, we're going to do the Melting with the Awoken as the secondary clan. I believe I'm going to stick with Rector Flicker. Yes, I'm going to stick with Rector Flicker as my champion. For the Awoken, I actually want to stick with Restore, I think. I do like Root Seeds, but I'm going to stick with Restore. So we're going to do the non-exiled for both the Melting and the Awoken. And we're doing Covenant rank 19 again because, well, I lost last time. My win streak is 0. Let's go. We have Draff, so we have both Dregs and Draffs. We've got Razor Sharp Edge, which does not work very well on Draffs. They just don't have much health to work with. But they do have multi-strike. And a Fatal Melting. A Fatal Melting is a nice card to have with both Dregs and Draffs in your deck. I think I like this set of starting cards. They're pretty nice. Alright, we're fighting Seraph the Diligent, which uses the Draining emblem. The first spell card played each turn gets Consume, so we want to have lots of spells. And for the other two, I don't think I'm very worried. Alright, let's go. I'm trying to figure out, for the most part, whether we should be taking artifacts first or the champion upgrade first. And I believe I've decided that we should look at artifacts first. So I'm going to look at an artifact first. Units getting an extra upgrade slot, or our champion gaining 50% attack. So the left one here is one of the reasons why we might have wanted to choose the champion upgrade first. But if we choose it, it might influence the champion upgrade. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out which one is best to do first. However, Pyrestone Housing is quite nice. It's hard to know what units we're going to have, but I am pretty happy upgrading the drafts kind of a lot. So maybe we'll take Pyrestone Housing. Yeah, let's take it. So we really like going to the steel workers. What are they called? Merchant of Steel. Let's upgrade this champion. So I've never done the Accumulator. I have almost always done Dark Calling. So I'm very interested in trying out Accumulator this time. Just because we haven't done it. So we're going to do Accumulator with Rector Flicker. That means that he really likes Harvest. He really wants units to die in front of him. And we're not going to take the Divine Boons, just don't like them. Non-boss enemies get +4 attack, and for that we get a unit draft. I think I'm perfectly fine with that. I never looked at my starting deck. Let's do that now. So we have Rector Flicker with Harvest. We have a Fatal Melting, we've got the Drafts and the Dregs, Razor Sharp Edge, which removes some health, which is interesting, and Restore, which adds a regen. The Restores don't seem very useful in the deck that we have so far. We'll see if they end up being useful, though. So we really want our Rector Flicker at the bottom, and we want to have things that die in front of him. Well, the Dregs are going to die, and the Drafts are going to die. We have no way to bring them back. So they get to burn out the one time that they burn out, and then they're gone forever. Would be really nice to get ways to bring our units back, since Rector Flicker doesn't do that. Okay. Good to know. Good to think about. I really don't like that you have the damage shield on Slay, that's particularly bad for me, because you're going to slay a unit. You're probably going to slay this Dreg, because we're going to put the Draff behind it. Which means you're not dying currently. I don't really like that. We could do the Razor Sharp Edge on the Draff, which would make it do 20 more damage. That would kill this Apprentice of Light, which I think I want to do. So let's do that. I was thinking about playing the Razor Sharp Edge on Rector Flicker, but actually... Ooh, you don't? Why don't you die? Oh, the first attack... Oh, I should have put it on Rector Flicker. The first attack is hitting the damage shield, so it actually only added 10. Should have done that on Rector Flicker. Whoops. That was a mistake. How about that? Now, unfortunately, we have nothing that can kill him except for Train Stewards and Dregs, which is not the best. And we do really want to put things at the bottom so Rector Flicker doesn't take all of this damage. I think I want to put the Train Steward at the top so he can kill this Collector, and maybe he'll kill this Apprentice of Light next turn. Maybe. It's getting +5 health every turn, so it's only a maybe. But I do want to put the Drag down here. Oh man, but you would slay the Drag. That's not great. Maybe we put the Drag behind. And in that case, do we play the Drag along with the Train Steward at the top? Alright, difficult decisions. I think that I do want to play Razor Sharp Edge on Rector Flicker, though. Because in theory, he will be gaining a lot of health. Not this turn, though. So what are we doing? I think the Train Steward and the Dreg... Well, I haven't figured out the Dreg yet. The Dreg might go in front of you. Does not really work very well with the Apprentice of Light. That means we would do no damage. Ick. We're going to play Razor Sharp Edge on our champion, so the champion does more damage. We're going to play Restore on the champion, so that he restores some health at the end of this turn. And then the Dreg either goes at the top or behind Rector Flicker. I think we put it behind Rector Flicker. Alright, so Rector Flicker needs something. A Fatal Melting. Ooh. Fatal Melting is good. It would kill both of those, which is quite nice. We only get to play two Ember worth of things this turn, though, which is not good for me. That's not good for me at all. Because we didn't get any Dregs. We really wanted to draw a Dreg this turn. So I think that means that this Apprentice of Light is going to make it to the top and die, because you restore 5 health after combat, so yeah, you're going to do 7 damage to the Pyre. I think the Fatal Melting on this floor is pretty important. I think that's pretty important. And then we can't do the restores anymore. Sad. Alright, 7 damage to our Pyre incoming. Don't like that. And then, if we can kill you, we don't have to worry about the top. Can we kill you? You know, we might be doing poorly. We are definitely going to play Restore on you twice. That's no question at all. And then we really want to play Dregs in front. This is sad because both of these Dregs are going to die. with the first hit, and the Draff is going to burn out. Doesn't matter where we put the Draff, as long as we don't put it in front, because we want it to do its damage. Okay, well, we're only doing 97. I don't feel good about that. It looks like another one where we're going to take a lot of damage, because Rector Flicker is gone, and it's not like we have much else. Oh, you did 14 because you got the damage shield. Okay, a Fatal Melting does a lot of damage. Let's do a Fatal Melting here. And then, do we play a Trained Steward here? I think we do. I think we play a Trained Steward with a drag behind it. Okay, we took 14 damage. 21 damage. How did I miscount that? I don't know how I miscounted that. Okay, 21 damage. Ouch. Formless Child is pretty good. Molded is kind of what I want. I really do want Molded. The Formless Child we can only get back once. Molded we can get back units all the time. So we're going to take Molded. I do like Glimmer. Glimmer is a nice way to deal direct damage to units in the back, which we have no way to do currently. It's also a really good thing to put a Power Stone on, which we didn't have that yet. So Glimmer. Animus of Speed is quick. Wickless Baron likes to harvest. Kind of like both of those. Having 2 harvest units is not bad. Kind of like the Wickless Baron. The Animus of Speed is quick, though. I think I'd rather have the harvest. Now then. Which type do I want? I kind of want the Merchant of Steel. We have the Pyrestone housing. So I guess we should go to the left. And let's look in the Divine Temple first. Value Stone, we could play on a Fatal Melting. A Fatal Melting is going to be quite good in this deck. Seek Stone, we could play on Glimmer. I do like the Seek Stone on Glimmer. We could take both of those. Let's get our unit. We could get another Wickless Baron. Okay, so at this point we're looking at unit essences. We could get the Wickless Baron and add even more harvest gain to our first Wickless Baron. Or we could gain 5 gold a lot. Which one of those do I want? I kind of want the gold. But I think that the Wickless Baron might be better for defeating bosses. It's just that if you get lots of gold, you can spend it on stuff. I'm going to take the other Wickless Baron. And then Merchant of Steel, we are going to get a large stone. I do like my large stones. The Thorn Stone is pretty good too. So we don't want a large stone on the Draff. We would want it on Wickless Baron. Okay, let's put it on Wickless Baron. We are going to have space issues, clearly. And I really like the Thorn Stone on the same Wickless Baron. We are going to have space issues. I will acknowledge that. Now the Divine Temple. I had reasons to do both of these. I could do the Engage Pact now. I think I want to. So Engage Pact, we're sacrificing this Wickless Baron and putting its effect on the other Wickless Baron. So we've got a double Wickless Baron. It really likes units to die. near it. It harvests quite a lot. And then we're going to take the value stone to put it on a fatal melting because it's a good one for a value stone. Alright, we are at a high threat level, but I think that we have a much stronger deck. The Mark of Invasion. We do have Glimmer. We could put units at the top. It helps with our harvest. Yeah, let's do it. If we get the Wickless Baron turn 1, we will feel very good about this. We did get the Wickless Baron turn 1, which means I feel really good about this. Basically, we could put him at the top with Rector Flicker if we wanted to. Or we could put Rector Flicker somewhere else. What if we put Rector Flicker at the top? No, I want the Wickless Baron at the top so that we don't take any damage. Alright, Wickless Baron goes at the top. Rector Flicker can't go anywhere without dying except for the bottom right now. We could put Rector Flicker at the bottom. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. So Wickless Baron goes at the top. He's going to get very strong. Rector Flicker goes at the bottom. And then I think we play the Train Steward at the bottom with Rector Flicker. And the Dreg down here as well. Okay, so you're going to harvest the Train Steward. You're going to harvest everything that comes near you. Great. And if we get Glimmer next turn, I don't know if I'm going to play it at the top or the bottom. It's going to be a hard choice. Or the center, even. Well, there's no way we can take out the Collector without Glimmer, and we did not get Glimmer. So the Collector survives, unfortunately. You are only getting 2 damage because you're restoring 10 health, I see. You're killing everything, no problem. You are going to possibly kill everything on this floor, no problem too, except for the Trusted Priest. Where am I putting the Train Steward? That's the real question. Because I might put a Dreg at the top. If we put a Dreg at the top, then all of these still die. And the Dreg can die. I'm good with that. That means a Train Steward goes at the bottom. And I think I want the Train Steward in front, so that it doesn't die and you burn out, and then it will die next turn. And then the Razor Sharp Edge goes on our champion. Oh, now the Train Steward dies because of the incant. Right. That's okay. Our mega unit at the top is getting great. Our mega Wickless Baron is getting great. Now then, at the top, everything is dying except for the Trusted Priest. That means that we're perfectly fine at the top. It would be nice to have you die. Not sure how to accomplish that. Because you are not going to die from the thorns. You'll die from the thorns. You will hit him. I guess you might not die, but we might kill the last enemy first anyway. Speaking of which, we should play this Draff. This Draff because if we don't play it, then it just goes in the deck. And it's better than playing Restore. So let's play the Draff. It will just die. That's all it does is die. I guess that means we put a Train Steward at the bottom and a Dreg at the top. The Dreg at the top can go here and die. That means the Trusted Priest was dying anyway. The Razor Sharp Edge goes here, the Trained Steward goes at the bottom, and we don't play the Restore. So currently, that Trusted Priest that is currently with the Wickless Baron is going to deal damage to the Pyre. We might be able to stop that. I do want to play Molded this turn. Let's start with that. We get to pick what we mold. So we want to mold probably Draff. Yes, let's take a Draff. That means we have a very good Draff, a decent Draff, and we have a Dreg. Way too many units to fit at the bottom. You are getting killed by the Last Knight of the Disciples in one hit. So I guess we put this really good Draff right here, so that it doesn't die with its first hit and it gets to attack once. Why does it look like it's not burning out? Oh, because it has burnout too. Right. Alright. Great. And then we could play a Fatal Melting at the bottom. Let's deal with the top first. So at the top, what I want to do is have the Draff die, and then I meant the Dreg. The Dreg is what I wanted to die. The Draff goes at the back so that the Draff kills this one. Great, so the top is taken care of. Let's play a Fatal Melting at the bottom. And we're winning at the bottom too. Okay. We actually defeated everything all the time. It's what I was hoping for, but I wasn't sure if we would win at the bottom. And we're good. Molten Encasement, is that good at all? It's kind of good. It's okay. Dripfall is maybe better? I think I'm going to take Dripfall of these. Another Razor Sharp Edge is maybe not the best. Wildwood Sap might be good. I do like my Seal Enhancers. The 0 cost is nice. And it just makes things stronger. I do like my Steel Enhancers. They go well on Dregs, too. Let's take the Steel Enhancer. And by Dregs, I actually meant Draff. It's very hard to get those two correct. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. I don't know that I want another Remnant unit. I do, of course, want the Artifact. But going to the Merchant of Steel might be very good. And getting that Pyre health isn't too bad. Let's go to the right. Let's get probably the Concealed Caverns first. Of these, we can look at what the options are, though. The same two options as last time. I don't really like that, because what else am I going to put a value stone on? So I'm probably not going to take either of those. The Merchant of Steel has another large stone, which is not my favorite thing to see. Alright, let's look at the Concealed Caverns. We can make an orb. Ooh, I like making orbs. I will press the button. Spike's effect is pretty good. I think I like the spikes. Let's add spikes to our units. I don't really like these options. If you put spikes on something, you don't really want to ascend or descend it, because it would be put in the back if there's any other units there. So, forward, I guess? And then adding space is pretty good. Card draw is always good, of course. I think I like space, though, because I don't really want to have the Light of Seraph, but I do want a little bit of extra space. And this is a way to do that. Alright, let's take the orb, the old magic, apply spikes 5, and we get extra space on that floor. I believe I will be playing that on my champion quite a lot. Now then, didn't really like either of these, so we're not going to do either of those. Let's do a Merchant of Steel. If I did the large stone, I would have to put it on a burnout unit, or I could put it on Wickless Baron again. Wickless Baron could be gigantic. So gigantic that nothing fits on the same floor as him. That's kind of a problem, right? It's an option, though. Thinking about it. I do want to purge a train steward is the thing. I want those train stewards to be gone. Do I want the large stone? 15 extra attack is not that significant. The 40 extra health makes him an absolute machine for defeating bosses. But I think I would rather not. And I'm considering doing a reroll here, but I don't think that's a good idea either. So we're going to do Purge. We're going to purge a Train Steward. And then we're going to take the Battle Stone and the Strength Stone. The Battle Stone is going to go on a Dreg. We're going to make a good Dreg. And by Dreg, I meant Draff. I'm so terrible at those. Alright, so this Draff is going to be a good Draff. It's going to deal lots of damage. And it's going to be the one that we likely reform with our Molded card. Alright, let's go into Talos the Architect. Talos the Architect pushes attacked units back. We have a way to bring them back forward, which is interesting. So, do we want the Wickless Baron at the bottom? We could actually put both of these at the bottom with Dripfall, but definitely don't want to do that. I think we want to play the Wickless Baron on floor 2 and Rector Flicker on floor 1. That's what I believe I want. I could reverse those. Maybe reversing those is better. Okay, what if we play the Wickless Baron at the bottom and we put the Train Steward in front? The Train Steward would die from these two. Not my favorite. But it would make the Wickless Baron stronger. Where do we put Rector Flicker? Maybe we put Rector Flicker at the top. I don't actually know where I want Rector Flicker or the Wickless Baron. This is a hard choice. Because of the 5 armor, the Wickless Baron's spikes are not nearly as good. By the way, I kept talking about Glimmer. I don't remember playing it last round. Why didn't I play it last battle? Maybe I did and I just forget. Okay, Wickless Baron is going at the bottom. The Train Steward is going in front of it. And we're going to play Dripfall on the boss, so the boss doesn't deal any damage this turn. We could instead Dripfall you, which would have a similar effect. I guess I don't care. Then we're going to play Rector Flicker somewhere. I want that to be at the top, except for the Ember Drain, so I'm going to put it in the center solely because of the Ember Drain. And hopefully I don't regret that decision. Woohoo, we got our good Draff. I like our good Draff. So at the bottom, not much is happening. At the top, nothing is happening. In the center, the Draff has enough life that it survives this sweep attack. And it has Burnout 1, so all it does is deal a whole bunch of damage once. Which is kind of what we want on the second floor. So let's do that. Do a whole bunch of damage once. Not quite enough to kill this unless we Steel Enhancer it. What would I like to Steel Enhancer? I honestly don't know. The Restore could go down here. That would make you deal more damage. Don't think that's too significant. Where do we put the Dreg and the Train Steward? Either could fit on either floor. If we play the Dreg up here, it dies from the sweep, which makes it kind of pointless to play it there. If we play it at the bottom, it would die from this if we put it in front, and we would not put it in front. So I think we play the Dreg in the back down here. I think we play the Train Steward either in front. No, in front doesn't do much. Let's do it right here. And then both of you die, which is very nice. So Steel Enhancer could go on anything, really. Let's put it on you. Sure. And then the Restore goes on you too. The fact that you are getting some extra attack doesn't affect me very much. Okay, we used our good Dreg once. Our good Draff, sorry. Our good Draff once. A Fatal Melting could go on the second and kill everything there. Kind of like that. Let's start there. A Fatal Melting goes here. Now then, what do we do with the rest? I'm perfectly happy with that Train Steward dying. I'm kind of sad that we have a Train Steward that doesn't fit anywhere right now. So I want that Train Steward to die. I want to play this Dreg somewhere. At the bottom isn't too bad. If we just keep playing Dregs at the bottom, they burn out and make our Wickless Baron better. And then where do we want the Restores? Could Restore a bunch here. Sure. Restore, Restore. We're not playing the Train Steward because it doesn't fit on the first two floors. You die from the Pyre. You didn't deal any damage, so we didn't care. Glimmer doesn't do much, because we haven't put a Power Stone in it yet. Old Magic adds more spikes, which is great. You are a problem. Don't like you. I guess what we'll do is place a Dreg here. That will do you more damage. We could do Razor Sharp Edge on our champion. Don't mind that. And then you unfortunately are still not doing very well. You are surviving. That's what I meant by that. Let's add Old Magic here. The extra spikes makes this one die. And then Glimmer or Restore. I guess we'll play Glimmer here. Do a little bit more damage, so you've got 4 health. 4 health. 4 health isn't much, but it might be too much for me to deal with. Because it's not like I have direct damage spells. Ho-ho, we can play Molded. We will play Molded. We're going to mold our amazing Draff unit. And then we're going to play a Dreg at the top, so that we kill this one. So So I believe we play both of these at the bottom. The question is, where do we put them? If I put this one in front, it will die from the first one of this one's attacks. But then that means that that one doesn't die from the spikes, which I don't like. So maybe we put both in the back. If we put this one in front, it would die from these two. Let's put this one in the back, and I think this one in the back too. Oh right, you pushed him to the back. Actually, pushing him to the back is kind of interesting for the last one. I'm glad that I put those two in the back simply because you pushed him to the back, and we're already winning. So, click end turn and win. So I do really like my Wickless Baron. Unleash the Wildwood is quite nice. Adaptive Mutation is weird. Consume cards in hand. I don't really like Sacrificial Resurrection. Interestingly, I've never mastered any of these cards. So any one that I choose potentially could be mastered. I'm thinking about Adaptive Mutation because I've never played with it. Who would we put that on? Nobody. Let's get Unleash the Wildwood. Do I want one of these? I kind of want the Wickless Tycoon, but I kind of don't want any of them, so I'm going to skip. I believe we want to draw one extra every turn. The Light of Seraph is also a pretty interesting choice. Bell's Remorse is fine, but we don't have much expensive stuff. So I think we only care about Fell's Remorse after we get Herzl's Compound, so let's get Herzl's Compound first. Now, we could duplicate our giant Wickless Baron, or we could duplicate Unleash the Wildwood or Molded. Actually, duplicating Molded might be good. Old Magic is also not a bad choice for duplicating. A Fatal Melting is a pretty good choice for duplicating. So there's reasons to go to the right. Also, they have the Unstable Vortex, which is amazing. I haven't been to a Merchant of Magic yet, but these two options seem really good. So let's go this way. Let's get the Divine Horde first. 2 units get plus 30 and burn out 1. It's actually nice, but we don't have any 2 units. Flicker's Liquor is always really powerful. Capricious Reflection is pretty powerful, especially because we haven't gone very far in yet, and units can get an extra upgrade slot. I think I will take Flicker's Liquor. Partially that's because we're playing with Rector Flicker, so I want to take Flicker's Liquor because we're playing with the champion that it's named after. I do want to continue going down Accumulator, but honestly, Dark Calling is so nice. Dark Calling is so nice. Let's keep going down Accumulator. Now, a Husk Hermit is quite nice. I would happily take a Husk Hermit. Now we really want to upgrade that Husk Hermit. We're going to remove 2 Train Stewards, of course. 2 Train Stewards go gone. And then Hellvent. What are we duplicating? I have several good options. This Draff is also a good option. A Fatal Melting is a good option. Dripfall is fine, Old Magic is good, Molded is good. We do want more Reform effects. I think having more Reform effects is actually the best right now, so I'm going to get another Molded. Even though it felt like slightly weaker than the other cards, I think it helps our deck more. Restore all health when they move up a floor. I think that's quite bad for the deck that we have. So we're not going to turn that on. Putting our Wickless Baron at the bottom is nice. Putting Rector Flicker anywhere is good. Put him on the second floor. Put the Wickless Baron on the bottom. I will play this Draff to have it burn out at the bottom. You are surviving, unfortunately. We could play another Draff to cause you to die. We could also play a Dreg to cause you to die. I kind of want to play both of those. Which one do I want to burn out first? I mean, they're both going to burn out. At the bottom, do I want it to burn out this turn or not? I decided no. So the Draff is going to go here, burn out, and give you some benefit, and also be there to be reformed. Restore on you because who else would get the restore? Weight of Contrition because he didn't die. Right. Don't like that Weight of Contrition. The Husk Hermit. The Husk Hermit is very nice. Can't fit it at the bottom. I'm happy to put it in the center. We will even put it in front. That kills the Collector, which is great. The Weight of Contrition now costs 0. Another Drag at the bottom is pretty decent. We can always Dripfall this one. Or we could Dripfall this one. I don't know. I don't know what we want in terms of Dripfall. Let's Dripfall this one. Dripfall you. Now one of the dregs doesn't die. And then we can restore once on you because you're actually taking some damage. And restore on you because I'm not sure what else to restore. Alright. I realized an unfortunate part about my Dripfall. Now you don't die from this hit. Kind of wanted you to die from that hit. We can cause you to die from that hit with a razor sharp edge as long as we can put something in front of you so that you don't immediately die. We did get a Molded, so we should be able to do that. We can get our really good Draff. Let's get it back the first time. And put it in front, where it's going to die, but save this unit. And we can razor sharp edge this unit so that we do lots of damage on the sweep. That means that you survive, which I do not like. Not too much I can do about that. Down here, you are going to survive, unfortunately. So down here we can play a Dreg. That's all we can fit. So play a Dreg. We can restore you. And razor sharp edge either our champion or the Husk Hermit. I kind of want to do the Husk Hermit. You've got a spell shield. Yeah, that makes me want to do the Husk Hermit. Okay, and we either can play this Drag at the top and get Ember Drain, or not play it. I guess I'm not going to play it. Another Weight of Contrition, of course. we actually only got one unit to play. I want to kill you. I can kill you with only a fatal melting. It's the only way I could kill you. We can play a dreg in the middle. We could play Unleash the Wildwood in the middle. That's pretty good in the middle. Let's do that. Unleash the Wildwood in the middle. Now then, I think we're going to play a fatal melting at the top to prevent that 6 damage. That means that we have to figure out a way to prevent this damage too, which is a problem, granted. The dreg. The dreg could go in the middle or the bottom. If we put it in the middle, we could deal 9 more damage to you. If we put it at the bottom, we could deal 9 more damage to you. Both of those are quite good things to do. I think I will put it here. Ooh. The problem with putting it there is that we won't have space on this floor. And if I put it in the front, it just dies. So maybe we put it at the bottom. And then Restore goes on you because you're the one taking damage. The Restores are only giving 1 health back when we use them like that, but it's better than nothing. We did get Molded, which is quite nice. We did get Glimmer, which is okay. We got a Train Steward, which cannot kill this one. We might take that 6 damage. We'll see, though. Let's play Molded first. And we're getting back our good Draff. So the good Draff can go in the center. It would die if we tried to keep this one alive, because it only has 25 health. If we put it at the top, it doesn't die this turn, but this one dies, which is bad, and we get another Weight of Contrition. If we put the Train Steward in front here and play a Glimmer here, the Train Steward doesn't fit, never mind. Train Steward can only fit at the top, which means I might play it at the top. Even if I buffed it up all the way, it couldn't kill this. So I think we're just not going to play the Train Steward, which means we're playing the Draff in the center. And if I play it in front of this one, that is okay. If I play it behind this one is a lot worse after this turn. But the Steel Enhancer can't make it survive unless we play the Draff in front. Okay, so we're playing the Draff in front, turns out. Draff goes in front, Weight of Contrition goes away, we play Glimmer here, and we play Steel Enhancer on you, I guess. Actually, we could play it on something at the bottom, like you. Sure. And unfortunately, we're taking 6 damage, because I couldn't find a way to take out that Clipped Guardian. But just imagine how much more damage we would have taken if we took the Trial. Okay, the old magic makes it so that these die in 1, which is pretty nice. It also gives space to play both the Train Steward and the Dreg. Alright, we're starting there. Although, I guess these guys, we're going to put the Dreg and Train Steward in front, aren't we? The Train Steward goes in front because this kills it. Train Steward goes in front. The Razor Sharp Edge... Oh, we don't necessarily get to play the Razor Sharp Edge. We might have to play the Restore. The Drag. We could play the Drag right here. That would mean that it deals its 9 damage and then this kills it. That's actually really good. Oh, and then we're winning. How about that? Click the End Turn button and win. We did get 2 self-mutilations, but since we're winning, it doesn't matter. And we took that 6 damage, unfortunately. So the Remnant Host I'm pretty interested in this time. The Memories of the Melted is pretty decent. The Votivery's not bad either. But I think I want the Remnant Host. With all the harvest, I think that's quite good. The Engraft is a lot of small things. It's basically useful to play no matter what, but it doesn't do much. Whereas the Pyre Shards, I think I like those spikes. Let's take the spikes. So on the right, we could essentially get a free artifact and we could afford 1. On the left, we could remove 2 more cards, visit another Merchant of Steel. I mean, those 2 are kind of nice, actually. Let's go to the left. Also, this Pyre health is not bad. Let's look at the Divine Temple. Aha, Extreme Stone and True Stone, 2 things that I really did want to see. Let's think about pack shards. So, we've got a Divine Temple at the end, and we've got 2 things that just give us gold in between. So yes, let's spend our stuff. So what do we want the most magic power on? Probably a Fatal Melting. Make that a big one, and then put the Piercing on Glimmer. I like the Piercing on Glimmer. So a Fatal Melting, you are going to be very good. Do lots of damage, and True Stone on Glimmer so that it can kill things with armor. Great. Now let's remove 2 cards. One of those is going to be the final Train Steward. And then the things that are worst in the deck are the Restores, I think. Yeah, definitely the Restores. Let's remove a Restore. And go to the Merchant of Steel. We get another large stone. So many large stones. I don't think I like the number of large stones we've seen. I liked the first one. I would put a large stone on a Husk Hermit, except that I really don't like the +1 space. So we won't do that. I think I'm going to re-roll, but I might take the Wick Stone first, because giving the Wick Stone to this Draff is quite good. Yeah, let's do that. The Strength Stone. I do like the Strength Stone. If I took the Strength Stone and then re-rolled, would I be able to afford the right option? That would cost me 85. So the answer is maybe. Still do like the Strength Stone. Let's put the Strength Stone on the Husk Hermit. And then re-roll. Endless. Ooh, we could put an Endless on a Draff. Or Endless on Remnant Host. Oh, that actually is very nice with Endless, isn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Endless on Remnant Host. That means we have a huge number of draft units that we can play all the time. I like that. Alright, let's go into the next battle. Feeling pretty good about this now. The Self-Made Harpy. Your multi-strike 4 does not work very well against our spikes. With the Silent Marksman, I don't think I can turn on Armor Emblem, because we are expecting spikes to kill them. Well, we can use Glimmer at the bottom. Rector Flicker is not what I want to be at the bottom. I don't think. We could put the Draff in Rector Flicker, but is Rector Flicker the one that I want to be at the bottom? Kind of want the one with spikes on it, which is the Wickless Baron. Although, to be fair, we do have two ways to add spikes to our champion in the deck. So yeah, I'm okay with Rector Flicker at the bottom. Let's put Rector Flicker, the Dreg, and the Husk Hermit at the bottom. And then play Glimmer. The Dreg goes in front. We play Glimmer, which kills the back two and makes it so that you only kill the Dreg. Now you still have stealth, which is a problem. So the Wickless Baron is definitely going on floor 2. The spikes kills you. It will not kill you if we put something in front of the Wickless Baron. So that means we're not putting something in front of the Wickless Baron. Molded could get back that Dreg. We could play a Draff at the top to kill the Collector and it would burn out. We could play a Dreg at the bottom so it takes most of the damage. I'm wondering whether I'm going to play the Molded. I guess I'd rather play it than not. So let's play it. Even if we just leave this in the deck. So this Draff is really good. Where do we want this Draff? We could put it at the bottom. Would it die? It would die because it would die on the spikes after taking these two hits if we put it in front. And we just used one of our molded. Let's put this Draff on the second floor, behind our Wickless Baron. And that means that I want probably a Dreg down here. Just one of these sad Dregs. And that means that we've got a Draff or a Dreg to put elsewhere. We're going to play the Draff at the top so that it kills this and doesn't take Ember Drain. We're going to play a Dreg here. And then Restore. Are you damaged? No. Nobody's damaged. So put a Restore on you. Those Restores are basically giving me 1 health when I play them, which is not great. It's not worth playing for 1 health. Alright, you are currently dying, but we have a Fatal Melting to solve that problem. We also have our Molded. So I think we're definitely playing a Fatal Melting. Now the question is, what do we do on floor 2? Because you are getting a lot of health. Can we change that somehow? I don't know if we can. We will at least play 2 Restores here. We could play our Steel Enhancer on you. I don't know how we're going to deal the damage we need to deal with you. You might just deal damage to the Pyre. If I play Steel Enhancer on you, does that do anything? Because you're only surviving this turn. So currently you're doing 30 damage twice. That's what's killing this, is we do 39 damage, and then you do your 30 damage twice, and then the spikes kills it. So yeah, even if we do Steel Enhancer on you, it doesn't change much in this turn. I think I'm going to put Steel Enhancer on you. And then we're going to play Molded, and we're going to get back the Draff. And we play the Draff at the bottom, or we could play it at the top so that it could deal some damage to this one next turn. Kind of like that. So we're going to play a Draff and a Dreg at the top. Draff in front so that you deal 6 damage to the Draff. Oh no, I just realized. You get 10 armor every time something dies. So if these burn out, you get 10 armor, which means playing this Dreg would deal you 9 damage, but then you would get 10 armor for it. So the Draff was okay, but the Dreg is not. Let's put the Dreg down here. Oh, we can drip fall you. That is a much better solution than any of the ones that I had. Let's drip fall you. Great. Now you're taking a bunch of damage. For the ones at the bottom, we can place spikes on something. I mean, I kind of want to play spikes on you, but it doesn't do that much. I guess it kills this one. It pulls you to the front. Actually, that's bad. Okay, let's put more spikes on you. And then we play a Dreg here. And then we can play Razor Sharp Edge. And I think I most want that on our champion. Okay, so you're taking a lot of damage, but we still have the problem of killing you. It's just that now you won't deal as much to the Pyre. Everybody's dying there. Ooh, the Remnant Host. I like the Remnant Host. Actually, you're not dying because we don't do enough spikes. What could we do at the top? Not much. You have 54 health, which means you get 2 hits on the Pyre. I don't think I'm going to be able to improve that. I do like the Remnant Host. The only problem is you. If I put the Remnant Host in front here, then you hit it, and you don't take the 8 damage from spikes that I want you to take. Which is unfortunate. So maybe we play the Remnant Host at the bottom. And then right here we're going to play Old Magic to add even more spikes here so that you almost die. We can play Pyre Shards so that you do die. And then we can play a Dreg so that you get something more, because the Dreg can die. Alright, and Razor Sharp Edge goes on the champion. Alright, you are making it to the top, dealing me 12 damage. I don't like that. But to be fair, we do have a lot of Pyre health right now. I just realized I put the thing in front, which meant that all of those spikes didn't kill this Silent Marksman. But we can drip fall it. At the bottom, Fatal Melting does a lot of damage. We're going to play Glimmer. We're going to play a Fatal Melting. We can either drip fall the not the champion, the boss, or we can drip fall you. I want to drip fall you. So, a Fatal Melting goes at the bottom. Glimmer also goes at the bottom. Restore goes on you, I guess. And then Razor... Oh, I should have played Razor Sharp Edge. Whoops. Okay, well, anyway. The Self-Made Harpy is taking a lot of damage, but not as much as I would have liked. It does do a lot of damage, but to be fair, we had no spikes at the bottom. So its multi-strike did not hurt it like it will up here. We got the Remnant Host, which is definitely going in front. We got Molded, which is going to get back our excellent Draff, or we could get back Rector Flicker. Actually, getting back Rector Flicker is pretty nice. Alright, let's get back Rector Flicker. Oh, but it has Burnout 1, whereas this one will have Burnout 3. Yeah, the Burnout 3 is better. And then we definitely play Unleash the Wildwood. And we play Steel Enhancer. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of where we put the Draff. If we put it in front, then it dies pretty quickly. This one summons 2 Draff units. So the first 3 attacks... Yeah, let's put this in the back. We want it to do its full amount. Oh, and we're already winning. Alright. Let's win. So we took 12 damage in this fight. Don't appreciate that, but otherwise we did quite well. We do have ways to defeat bosses. The Votivary is fine. I do like Crushing Demise. And Memento Mori seems like a really good one for the deck that we have. Let's take Memento Mori. Cycle of Life is very expensive. Preserved Thorns, I don't mind the Sting Spells. The Sting Spells draw more cards. And it does give me something to consume in the Seraph battle. Yeah, let's take the Preserved Thorns. Now then. I do like the Concealed Caverns, I do like the Unstable Vortex. We still have not been to a Merchant of Magic. And I'm really starting to think we should do one. What would we upgrade though? Dripfall could be upgraded, Memento Mori, Glimmer, Molded, Old Magic. There's a lot of good options. If we go to the Merchant of Steel, okay, let's think about that one too. We've got Drafts, we've got our Husk Hermit, we've got the Wickless Baron. A lot of good options there too. Do want to remove 2 more restores, but I also really like the Concealed Caverns. Let's go to the right, visit the Concealed Caverns. And what do we have from the Merchant of Steel this time? Endless. What would we add Endless to? We kind of already added Endless to the one that I wanted to add Endless to. So we could re-roll again for something better? I don't know. Let's go to the Concealed Caverns. Alright, the Historian. Do we feel honest, aggressive, or stealthy? So I want Petty Theft, but I don't think it's very good. It's 2 damage that we can target, though. The Gift of Gratitude, we would probably never play. Heaven's Gold is fine, has no downside. I think I'm going to take Petty Theft. And And I don't know if that's a good choice. But I want that gold. Now then. I think we re-roll. Maybe we take a Strength Stone or a Heart Stone first. We could put another Strength Stone on the Husk Hermit. I like that. We could put a Heart Stone on the Husk Hermit. I like that. Then let's re-roll. So a Speed Stone. I like Speed Stone. Would we want Speed Stone on Wickless Baron? Probably not. Speed Stone on a Draff is fine. What do we want on our Wickless Baron? A Speed Stone just doesn't do a whole lot on it, because it lives, and we want it to take damage, basically. Let's put the Speed Stone on a Draff. And then, I did spend all of my money, but we do have more money right here that I will take. And let's add a Strength Stone to this Draff that we added the Speed Stone. And then I think we just put a Heart Stone on our Wickless Baron, because I've had trouble figuring out what to do with it, and a Heart Stone is definitely worthwhile. Alright. Let's move on. Fell the Wings of Light. Fell and her allies add Scourge cards to your deck. That's awful. Don't like that. We did get Rector Flicker and the Wickless Baron in our starting hand. Don't really like that you have lots of attack. That's bad for me. Putting the Wickless Baron at the bottom with spikes on is probably the best way to reduce how much is down here. So we're going to do that. Rector Flicker, I think we put on the second floor like we have before. We're going to play both the Dreg and the Rector Flicker, so Ultimate Penance will cost 0. Reserved Thorns also cost 0. Where are we playing that? I think we want that at the bottom. Reserved Thorns. Get rid of this Alabaster Guardian as quickly as we can. Next, I think the Rector Flicker goes here with a Dreg in front of it. And then Ultimate Penance and Molded does nothing. We play it anyway. So I think we're going to have our sweep unit on the second floor, which means that this Alabaster Guardian is not as important to kill as this one. Oh, you added sap to my guy. Really dislike that. Okay, so the Husk Hermit. Husk Hermit is great. Glimmer is also good. Alright, so Husk Hermit is going here. And we want that Dreg to die, right? It's going to die either way. Do we care about the 6 damage on the Husk Hermit? Not that much. Let's let the Dreg do a little bit more damage before it dies. So Glimmer is being played down here. Hurt those as much as we can. We do want Pyre Shards on our Wickless Baron. And then we play the Weight of Contrition. Alright. This turn was not great because we didn't draw many units. Our turns are much better when we draw units. So much sap on you. Don't like how much sap you have. So we've got the Ultimate Penance and a Weight of Contrition, but we have enough units to make those free. Let's do Molded first. Gets back that Dreg. So we're going to play a couple units at the bottom. One of those is going to be you. But we don't want you to die. We want you to do your damage. So that will only happen if there's something in front of you. Something like... Ooh, actually the quick one could go in front. Because then it does its damage and then dies. And this dreg could go up here. I like that. So this drag goes up here. We have our quick Draff go in front. So it deals its damage and then dies. We have our next Draff go in the back, I think, because we want these spikes to hit units. So we'll put him in the back. And then we want restore on you, of course. We can't fit our other drag unless we put it at the top. And I think the Ember Drain is worse than not playing the drag. You are taking enough damage that this sweep unit can kill you. So great. And we're also killing the Alabaster Guardian, which makes the bottom a lot nicer next turn. We are getting tons of Weights of Contrition in our deck, though. Don't like that part. A Fatal Melting does some damage. Could do that damage at the bottom. Sure. And then what? We've got 2 drags to play. We don't have much space to put them. I think we will play a drag at the bottom. And there's no reason for it not to be in front, because you die either way. And then restore these units, play the Weight of Contrition, and then the Razor Sharp Edge, who do we want that on? Probably our sweep unit. Okay. This one is going pretty well. So we can put a drag in front down here. We can put the Remnant Host in front. If we put the Remnant Host in front, then these two would kill the 2 draft unit, or no, this one would kill the draft unit, and then it would not die to Thorns. So maybe we put this here. The Ultimate Penance is already free. Great. I like playing Drip Fall on who? Not sure. Old Magic first, though. We want you to have the spikes. Which means actually 1 hit from this kills it. Should have thought of that before I played this one up here, but I think I'm fine with it up there. Let's put a drag in front of you. Let's play Drip Fall on this one. Do we want to play it on any of these? Because it doesn't take damage if we Drip Fall it. It's a weird problem. It doesn't take damage if you Drip Fall it. Where do we want the Steel Enhancer? I'm going to say you this time. And I think I will choose not to play the Drip Fall. I'd rather take the 6 damage and deal 12 than not do those things. So, a fair amount of life in the center. Don't like how much life is in the center. Memento Mori does do 90 damage. And we should be able to cause it to be free. Molded can get back this nice draft unit that we have, which does 70 damage on its own. So it could go here and cause all of those to die. We'd want to put it in the center though. Now we've got 2 units to play. I want them both to be at the bottom. I want the Remnant Host to go in front, but if it does it cause this one not to die from the spikes? No, it doesn't. Alright. So this goes in front. The Memento Mori is now free. We will use that to kill this one, or cause that one to die by the end of the turn. Oh, and this one did actually cause this one to survive. How poorly played of me. Whoops. Okay, well, poorly played. I think I will give you the restore and this one the Wildwood. It's not too bad for these two to make it to the next floor, but I really don't like getting the Weight of Contrition. Fatal Melting does a fair amount of damage. Another Remnant Host at the bottom is not bad. The Petty Theft. Oh, the Petty Theft can kill this one. Bam, 50 gold. Now then, we need to play the Weight of Contrition and the Restore before we play Remnant Host, so that the Ultimate Penance becomes free. And then a Fatal Melting does a good amount of damage. We could... Well, there's a Spell Shield there. So it kind of doesn't matter where we do that. Let's just save health here. And then Sting... This one's dying already, so let's just Sting the Alabaster Guardian, just in case that makes any difference, the 10 damage there. The +1 card next turn does make a difference, but who knows if the 10 damage will do anything. So, Final Wave. We're not killing you currently. We have the Remnant Host to play, which we'll play in front. Now you're taking a fair amount more damage. We can play the Dreg. We still want that in front of things. And then a Glimmer, a couple of Restores, and a Steel Enhancer. And we're not winning. Not winning on the first floor, but we're doing 1,000 damage, which is pretty good. The question is, do we win on floor 2? And I'm not sure yet, because floor 2 is a lot weaker than floor 1. We're not winning yet, but we're actually doing okay. I'm going to play the old magic on somebody first. So let's play the old magic on you first, because I'd rather have you in front than you in front, I think. Even though the spikes would do more there. Yeah. You stay in front. And then we're going to put things in front of you. Molded is going to get me back this Draff right here, which will have Burnout 4 on it. That's really nice. We'll play the Remnant Host here, and we'll play this Draff there. And then we're winning. Great, we won on floor 2. So I think our deck is fine. I'm worried about the next battle, because we're having a little bit of trouble with bosses, and I don't know how to make that better. Channel Song is not bad. Cycle of Life is fine. Hallowed Halls is... Hallowed Halls is probably pretty good on the top floor, because we just don't play units there, and then we play Hallowed Halls on the top floor and reform all of the units that we have in our consume pile. I like that. And what do we do here? Do we play Light of Seraph? Or do we play another Herzl's Compound? I don't think we need Fell's Remorse, not with Flicker's Liquor. I think we play another Herzl's Compound. I think. The +1 capacity does something, though. I think we do Herzl's Compound. Now, where do we go? Duplicating another card sounds pretty decent. Don't know exactly what I would duplicate, but it sounds like a good thing to do. Another Concealed Caverns is not bad. The Merchant of Trinkets I just don't think we'll be able to afford any, so unless we take this, I think I'd rather use the Divine Temple next time. So I think we're going to the left, even though I want the Unstable Vortex. We just won't get it. We'll get the Unstable Vortex on the last one, I think. Because I do want a Merchant of Magic sometime. So let's go to the left again. I say again, I mean go towards the Concealed Caverns again. Oh man, which one of these do we do first? Let's do the Concealed Caverns. Has many possible outcomes. The Train Graveyard. We can spend some Pyre health to get something. I really don't want the Heartless with all of the healing that we do have. Heartstone is fine. It's fine, but the ones that we most want to put it in already are filled up. So I think we take the Blood for Blood again. Surely Blood for Blood restores more Pyre health than we spend. That was not a very good Concealed Caverns. So, let's duplicate, or not duplicate, let's upgrade our champion. Is now the point that we go down Dark Calling and just reform units every turn? Because reforming 2 random units every turn really does something. Or do we want Rector Flicker to get double the harvest ability that he currently has? You know, I think that Dark Calling is what I would almost always do, and I'm really trying to try out Accumulator. So we're gonna keep going down Accumulator, and it might be good. It just might be good. I'm thinking of duplicating Molded yet again, because molding our units is very effective. Getting another Wickless Baron that's super upgraded is not amazing, because we can only harvest so many times, and we already have a couple of harvest units. So even though it's very upgraded, I don't think it's the right choice. Whereas I think Molded is not bad. Do I want another Husk Hermit? Kind of not. I do kind of want another Fatal Melting. Really don't know what to do. I think because we took Hallowed Halls, I'm not going to do Molded, and instead I'm going to copy a Fatal Melting. Ooh, the duplicate cost is 20 pack shards. Ouch. Ouch. But okay, fine. I guess that's why I wanted to duplicate it, is because it has such good effects on it. Okay, we're definitely not turning this one on. That would hurt us quite a lot. Let's just fight. Interesting. We got Glimmer. We could play just Glimmer first, kill all of those. I like that plan. Glimmer first, kill all of those. We could put the Husk Hermit at the bottom this time. You know what? I should have played the Rector Flicker before Glimmer, because they deal less damage than Rector Flicker gets back. That was a real mistake. That hurts that I made that mistake. Alright, well we're going to play Rector Flicker at the bottom with the Husk Hermit in front. Put Pyre Shards on the Husk Hermit, and a Razor Sharp Edge, so that it does more damage. Alright, you are very bad for us. You have way too much health. Way too much health. So the Wickless Baron is going on the second floor. You are getting very damaged. We could change that by putting somebody in front of you. Wickless Baron is going here. We know that. As much as I want to kill the Collector, I think we really need to take out these units that have lots of health. So the Remnant Host could go in front. If the Remnant Host goes in front, a lot of things die, which is perfectly fine with me. But we might be playing a Fatal Melting down here, which kills these two anyway. Would we play a Fatal Melting here? Probably not. I want to play this Draff here, though. So let's play the Draff here. Remnant Host, I think, is going at the bottom. Unleash the Wildwood has no reason to go anywhere but the bottom, so let's do that. And then we've got Razor Sharp Edge, a Dreg. The Dreg goes in the middle. So we've got Razor Sharp Edge and a Fatal Melting. The Razor Sharp Edge we could put on this one to do more damage this turn. We have to play a Fatal Melting down here. So I guess we start there. So you gained a lot of armor. You did gain a lot of armor. I'm wondering how much we need the Razor Sharp Edge on our champion, just to give it more attack every turn. It's just that I don't want to take that damage. And I think we just have to take that damage. We have to be able to kill the boss. The damage in between is very unfortunate and might be quite scary, but I think dealing with the boss at the end is just required. Ooh, Memento Mori does 40 damage. That does remove one hit that you do against the Pyre, or remove one hit that you do against the Pyre. You do more damage, so we would probably do it there. So the Remnant Host is definitely going at the bottom again. I think the bottom is an excellent place for the Remnant Host. Now then, we can restore here a couple of times. Let's do once, but then not the second time yet. We've got a Dreg and a Draff. The Dreg, or the Draff I mean, could deal some damage here. Especially if we put the Dreg in front of it. Because then it could deal damage again next turn. Or we could play the Draff here, and it would deal damage to this one, but then not this one. I think I really like putting the Dreg and the Draff up here to reduce damage on the Pyre. So now you're taking 60 damage. That puts you at 47. That means 2 hits from the Pyre kills you. If we play Memento Mori, that goes down to 1 hit. Okay, so you're dealing 10 damage to the Pyre. Meanwhile, the other restore will go here. You are the next problem. And then, following that up is the other Gilded Wing. We've got lots of problems, basically. Oh, but the Pyre did heal a little bit of that. Forgot about the heal. The heal is quite significant. We could Drip Fall you. I don't know that it helps much. I think we always put the Remnant Host at the bottom. You're still dying. Interesting. You're dying from one of these exploding. So let's see how this currently works. This one attacks, 2 drafts come out, these 2 kill the 2 drafts, and then this one hits you, and then you kill them all. So you're at 13. You're at 13, and then you take 20 damage. So adding a couple restores to you doesn't help, but we could do Dripfall as well, which would help. So if we Dripfall this one, and we restore... Oh no, I Dripfalled the wrong one, didn't I? I think I messed up. Alright, let's play Molded. Get this draft back. I think you're dying. And I don't think we can save you with the other restore. Because this kills the draft, these 2 kill... Or this kills the host, these 2 kill the drafts, and then you are taking 20 damage. Ooh, a restore does save you. Ho-ho, a restore saves you. Barely. But you are saved. Now then, the problem is the top floor. Mostly. But if we play anything and he kills it, he gets armor 15. We could play this dreg and this draft behind this one. And he wouldn't kill it. And then this one would die the next turn. Okay. I'll do that. So this dreg and this draft reduces how much damage you'll deal to Pyre. Minus 104 means that you have 39 plus 15. 39 plus 15 means the Pyre will deal you damage twice to kill you, and nothing can be done against that with Petty Theft. So Petty Theft is pretty worthless, but we'll play it here to do 2 damage. We could do this right here to slay this one, get 50 gold, but that would cause the Husk Hermit to die. So I don't want to do that. Even though I've considered that as an option. One of the ways to get 50 gold is to kill my own Remnant Host. Alright. Well, that Blood for Blood has already paid for itself. So that's something at least. There's so much damage at the bottom. Granted, we have a Fatal Melting. We actually have a lot of good things that we can do. Alright, Remnant Host at the bottom. Now we can do a Fatal Melting, which will kill those. It will kill the Remnant Host, which is fine. Let's do that. And then you're taking a bunch of damage, which is good. And you are surviving, which is also good. You. Let's see here. This one's already dead. You, we want to kill. We could play Hallowed Halls anywhere, but I kind of don't want to play it at the top because we have a good set of things at the top. Although, actually, it's fine. Yeah, sure. Let's play it at the top. After we play Preserved Thorns anywhere, we will play a dreg here. Somewhere. In front or behind? Behind. And then we play Hallowed Halls at the top. Kill all those friendly units. Reform a whole bunch. There we go. You are still very much dying. And now I'm not very worried about you, which means I'm more worried about you. We will play the old magic here, though. The Steel Enhancer, I think I'm going to give you 3 more health, because that might actually cause you to survive sometime. And let's sting the bottom one, because he's the scariest one right now. Okay. Well, the top and the bottom, or the top and the middle, are doing just fine. I really don't like that we drew both of these fatal meltings on the respite turn. But we will play our Remnant Host. We will play Molded to get back nothing because we molded all of them up there. Alright, we won't play Molded. We'll play a Dreg in the center. And we will Restore and Glimmer. I think we're going to play the Glimmer down here. Ooh, actually, we can play Unleash the Wildwood here. Let's do that. You're all full health. We will play Sting here, so we get the extra draw next turn. We'll play Old Magic here to increase your spikes, and Glimmer here to increase your health. And can't play the Restore. A Fatal Melting kills this, which means you don't take the damage. Okay, that's good. A Fatal Melting kills this, which is pretty meaningless. Let's do it anyway. And end turn. And let's see how we're doing against the boss. I'm worried. Worried about the boss, honestly. Oh, we're already winning. How about that? We win at the bottom against the boss. Can we cause us to kill something with Petty Theft? We can kill our Remnant Host with Petty Theft. Let's Petty Theft our Remnant Host. Oh no, you can only target enemy units. How sad. How sad indeed. Alright. Well, in that case, there's no way for us to do 2 damage to these. So let's just click end turn and win. Okay, so our champion is so large that it takes out the boss on its own. You know what? I think Accumulator is pretty good. Pretty happy that I stuck with trying out Accumulator. 32 damage because we don't kill things as they go up very effectively. That is going to be a problem. Crushing Demise. We could do Wicked Blaze to have another way to reform units. Don't know how much I care about Engulfed in Smoke, which is surprising. I kind of do care about Crushing Demise. We don't want to play it on the bottom 2 floors, but on the top floor, we would happily play it. We don't necessarily get to choose when we draw it, though, but if we got holdover on this, it would be perfect. Yeah, let's take Crushing Demise. I think it's a solution to a problem that we have, even if it's not a great solution to that problem. Engraft is perfectly fine to play all the time. So let's take it. It's also a good one to consume against Seraph the Diligent. Okay, what are we going to do here? I want to go to the Merchant of Magic. So we're going to the right. Let's look at the Divine Temple first. We don't need to take anything. We could purge a spell. We could purge one of the restores with the Purge Stone. It's not terrible. We could Twin Stone. Twin Stone sounds really good. We just can't put it on a Fatal Melting, which is what I wanted to play it on. Twin Stone could be very good, though. We could play it on Glimmer. Or what? I'm not sure, but if we put an Ember Stone on something that we would be happy to put a Twin Stone on, it would be good. So let's consider that when we go into the Merchant of Magic. Merchant of Trinkets. What do we care about here? The 3 magic power is pretty decent. The Pyre Wall is pointless. The Lightstone casing would allow us to put Twin Stone on a Fatal Melting, but otherwise might be not very important. Ooh, Freestone. Freestone is exactly what I wanted. Okay. So I think I said the wrong thing. I think with Crushing Demise I said if we had Holdover it would be good. I actually meant Frozen. And Freestone is what we get to do, which is perfect. Is that better than any of these? Yes. Freestone on Crushing Demise solves a problem that we have. Even better than we were already attempting to solve that problem. Let's take the Pyre Remains. We can no longer afford Tempered Talisman. Lightstone Casing is now in contention against more Merchant of Magic upgrades. Let's remove the 2 spells we want to remove, which is going to be 2 Restores, because the Restores are the worst spells in our deck. So, do we want Lightstone Casing? The only value of Lightstone Casing is we would get to play Twin Stone on a Fatal Melting. Or would we rather get an Ember Stone and a Power Stone? The Power Stone would be good on Glimmer. The Ember Stone would be good on Glimmer. It could go on Engraft, and we could put Twin Stone on Engraft. The Power Stone... Power Stone, we really just want that on Glimmer. So is a Power Stone on Glimmer and an Ember Stone on Engraft better than a Twin Stone on a Fatal Melting? I'm gonna say maybe, so let's do it. So a Power Stone here, an Ember Stone on Engraft, or Dripfall for that matter. Actually, there's a fair amount of things that we could put an Ember Stone on that would be fine. Molded is good. Old Magic is fine. Hallowed Halls is only okay. Let's put it on Drip Ball. And then reroll. Now we can play a Surge Stone or a Stack Stone. Stack Stone on Higher Shards or Old Magic or Dripfall are all fine. The Daze 2 on Dripfall is pretty decent. The Spikes 10 is okay, but the 2 cost is annoying. It's not that bad because we've got Flicker's Liquor, but still, it's kind of annoying. And we wouldn't get to buy an Ember Stone with this. I think I'm going to get the Surge Stone, put that on a Restore, make a Restore actually worthwhile. And then we could either remove a Restore or Ember Stone an Engraft. Or Old Magic, or Molded. Let's Ember Stone Engraft. That way it generates Ember. Okay. Those were difficult options to make. I could do a Twin Stone on something. It would increase the pack shards, but it would probably still be threat level medium. But I don't know if I want a Twin Stone on anything. We could put it on Dripfall. We could put it on Engraft. Let's put it on Dripfall. Spell Chain on Dripfall is pretty decent. Alright, and I don't care about the Purge Stone enough to take it. So, we are going into the final gauntlet. don't feel great. I mean, just look at my artifact shelf. This is why I don't feel great. We have really only 3 artifacts that we don't get definitely. And actually, the first one we get definitely. So we really only got 2 artifacts. This one is amazing, but this one is only okay. So our passive abilities are quite limited. Now, I have to remember the Draining Emblem. Draining Emblem is one of the most important things. For example, we should not play a Fatal Melting first. We should play Restore on something as the first card that we play, the first spell that we play. Do I want the Wickless Baron at the bottom, or do I want the Rector Flicker with the Husk Hermit at the bottom? I do like the Husk Hermit at the bottom, but I also really like the Wickless Baron at the bottom. I think we're going to do Rector Flicker at the bottom with the Husk Hermit. I'm considering keeping Rector Flicker in front this time, but no. Husk Hermit goes in front. And then the Wickless Baron goes here. We will play Restore on something so that we use up the 1 Draining Emblem. Doesn't matter what we play it on much at all, so we'll play it there. And then a Fatal Melting can be played. Where do we want the drag? Kind of want it at the bottom. And we're saving the Crushing Demise for when we need it. We might need it for this unit when it gets to the 3rd floor. Okay, we got a Vengeful Shard in our hand. That's not great. Which of these would we like to consume? Probably Petty Theft. Actually, Preserved Thorns consumes anyway. So we should probably consume Preserved Thorns. At the bottom, this one is dealing a ton of damage to him. If we play the Draft in front, the Draft could take that damage instead. We could also get the Dreg back, but the Dreg would not survive this hit. So let's play the Draft in front so that you survive this turn. Preserved Thorns is now free, which is great because that's the one that we want to consume. Now the Stings. Stings could hurt that one a bunch, or it could hurt that one a bunch. Let me think about that after playing Molded. Play Molded, get our Dreg, which does not fit at the bottom, so it has to be played here. And then 3 Stings kills you, or 2 Stings and a Petty Theft. Let's start with 2 Stings. Hallowed Halls doesn't do anything because we don't have anything to reform. We want to play the Vengeful Shard, but the 1 damage is not that important. I think I'd rather make sure this one dies, which granted we can do with 0, so I guess we play the Vengeful Shard. Vengeful Shard is better to be played than Petty Theft, Hallowed Halls, or Molded. So there we go. I think we're doing okay so far. My sweep unit at the bottom is very likely going to die at some point. I just want to be able to reform him and use him as often as I can before he does die. Ooh, Glimmer. Glimmer at the bottom does a lot. We don't want to consume it, though. We would be happy to consume that Restore. If we play the Remnant Host before the Glimmer, then this one will kill the Remnant Host. I think I'm okay with that. So the Remnant Host goes there. That made Vengeful Shard free, so let's play Vengeful Shard, get rid of that. And then we've got a Dreg to play. A Dreg can go here. You dregs need to burn out faster. The reform adds burnout, and I actually don't like that right now. So we've got the glimmer at the bottom. Do we also want to do this restore? Yes. So the restore consumes. Now the glimmer can kill things and not consume itself. Great. Now we're doing a lot of good things at the bottom. Now then, we're going to add more spikes to you, and more space to put more dregs if we need them. We're going to engraft. I'm going to restore your health as much as we can. And then the Steel Enhancer. I think the Steel Enhancer goes on our sweep unit too. Alright. I think we're doing okay. You only have 20 health on the next floor. We could play Crushing Demise on you, but we could also save it if we feel like we should save it. Kill a random unit. That's not very nice when there's that one, but we do have a Fatal Melting. So let's start with the Remnant Host, because we basically always want to play that first. And then, what do we want to consume? I want to consume the Pyre Shards, because they consume anyway. Could put them on you, because you're going to do a lot to Seraph the Diligent at the end. But honestly, I like the spikes on the front unit here, so consuming it there. Now that we've consumed something, we can play a Fatal Melting at the top to kill those. We can Drip Fall something at the bottom, or we could Drip Fall Seraph, which is pointless. Alright, not going to do that. Unleash the Wildwood, probably should go in the center this time. Razor Sharp Edge. I think we play the Razor Sharp Edges on our champion, because it's going to deal with Seraph at the end, most likely. And then, what do we care to Drip Fall? It really, honestly doesn't matter which one of these we Drip Fall. I think it does the same thing no matter what. Oh right, I forgot about the Twin Stone. Okay, well we've got two Drip Falls in our deck now. I'm fine with that. One of them has Purge, which means it's a good one to consume as the first card played. Alright, you are a problem. Crushing Demise is looking directly into your face. Now, at the bottom, we probably want to play the Remnant Host again. I like our Remnant Host at the bottom. What are we going to consume? I don't really want to consume Memento Mori or Crushing Demise. Maybe we just don't play either of those? Not playing Memento Mori seems kind of bad, but playing it also seems kind of bad, so I think we're just not going to play it. I do want to play this Draff, and all the dregs are the same, so let's just play 2 dregs, because they fit. Alright, in Crushing Demise, we will play you next turn. Don't want to consume Memento Mori, so we won't consume it. Now, we've got 2 units with a lot of health. One of them we can kill easily this turn with a Crushing Demise, although we will not play it first. I'm going to play my Remnant Host at the bottom yet again. It's a favorite move of mine. It made Vengeful Shard free. So what spell are we going to consume? Sting is not a terrible choice. Kind of want to keep the Molded, I think. Engraft is also a fine choice. I guess I'd rather have Engraft consumed. So Engraft, we're going to use you. and consume you. And then we can play Crushing Demise at the top. Crushing Demise here. Fatal Melting can go at the bottom. It would deal a lot of damage to those, but also we could do it here to deal more damage to this one. Don't know how well we're going to deal with that one. But since almost everything is dying at the bottom already, I'd rather deal with this one. Let's play Molded. Get back our good Draff. Put that good Draff right here. Play a Fatal Melting here, and you're dying. How about that? Sting. Doesn't really matter where we play Sting, does it? Okay. And then Steel Enhancer, I think we're going to enhance you. So you deal more damage to everybody. Alright, we took care of all of the units that have been going upward so far. It's been close, though. We might want to deal with you. We do have Hallowed Halls, which is a way to deal with you in an interesting way. We do have a Dripfall that has Purge on it, which means it's a good one to consume. Who would we want to Dripfall? We want to Dripfall you, don't we? Yes, I do. I do want to Dripfall you. It gives me another turn to try to figure out what I'm going to do. Actually, if we're planning to play Hallowed Halls this turn, which I do kind of want to play, I guess we have no reason to Dripfall you. Let's instead Dripfall somebody at the bottom, which I guess could be this Gilded Wing. And great, so now we don't consume the next spell that we play. Let's play Hallowed Halls at the top. There we go, now we've got the top. Next, what do we do? That actually used all 5 of our units. I kind of don't like that it used all 5. We want to play the Razor Sharp Edge on our champion. We want to play Old Magic on him. I think the Razor Sharp Edge is more important than Old Magic at this point. So we'll play the Razor Sharp Edge. And then the Sting can go anywhere. And it's kind of pointless anywhere. It's another way that we could have dealt with that. I guess we had lots of ways to deal with that top unit. You are dying there, that's great. I want to play the Remnant Host again at the bottom. Molded doesn't do anything because we don't have anything to mold. We will play a drag here so that it burns out slowly. And then we have to consume something. I think we might consume... We could consume Molded. Don't really want to. We could consume Glimmer. Wait a minute. We're at the end? Oh. Ha, I did not realize we were at the final wave. We're at the final wave. You know what? If we play Glimmer right now, then I think we win. We do. Alright. End turn. We beat Seraph, actually very easily. So I'm quite happy about that. Granted, it is our champion that is doing the most of the work here. The Remnant Host with our champion has been amazing. Now then, to the Last Divinity. I feel pretty okay against the Last Divinity. Haven't really thought about this battle much when building my deck, but I feel okay about it. do want to play the Husk Hermit at the bottom. If we put the spikes on it, it takes care of both of those in one hit, which is nice, because they've got multi-strike 1 for some reason. So let's put the Husk Hermit at the bottom. Let's see how long we can have it survive again this time. We'll play the Rector Flicker behind it. We will play Old Magic on it. And we will play a Dreg in front. We're going to play the Wickless Baron here. Seems like a good place because the Last Divinity will get all of that Thorns damage every single turn. So we can play 2 Dregs at the bottom to save a lot of the damage you're taking. I like that. You're still taking 27. That's partially because of the 13 from the Last Divinity. I think I want the Steel Enhancer. I mean, I really want it on you, because you've got the sweep, and I really care about your health. Sure. Don't like that we're incanting those guys so much. Okay, you are dying from that Light Wings, but we got our Remnant Host. Aha. As well as Glimmer. That one has a Spell Shield, but this has a True Stone. So the Glimmer kills the 2 problem units at the bottom. And the Remnant Host is good too. So I think I want one of the Dregs to take the damage from the Overcharged Apprentice. Maybe? Let's start with Remnant Host. We know we're playing that. We know we're playing Glimmer at the bottom, and it's already free, so let's do that. You are killing both of the drafts that came out. Alright, fine. We have Hallowed Halls, but there's not much reason to play it. We've got 2 Dregs in there. I guess we could still play 2 Dregs at the top. They would immediately die, but they would be stronger for the next time we mold them. So what do I do in the center? I think I do play the 2 Dregs in front. One of them could go behind. Whoa. Don't go down there. One of them could go behind. If I want to do a little bit more damage to this Overcharged Apprentice. Sure, one of them goes behind. And then Hallowed Halls at the top. So that you guys die and then we can mold you again at a better rate. And then I think we restore you. And Molded doesn't do anything anymore. Alright, great. There is a unit getting up near the top, but honestly, if it deals damage to the Pyre, I don't mind. It would deal 9 damage and the Pyre would heal for 5, so no real reason to worry about that. You have a Spell Shield, which means we can get rid of the Spell Shield with the Petty Theft and then play the Fatal Melting. Awesome. Alright, we're gonna do that. I think I want to play the Draff here before we play Remnant Host. So the Draff and then the Remnant Host. I really meant before we kill this one. So now we play Petty Theft to get rid of your Spell Shield, and then we do a Fatal Melting to kill things at the bottom. Great. Ho-ho, this one even survives. The good Draff survives. You survive too, which is bad. Restore goes on... We're going to put it on you. Oh, this is the consume one. We're going to consume this one here. And then let's do Molded. Get back one of these dregs. And even if we played this dreg at the top, it would still die before doing anything. So there's no reason to do that. Let's play it in the middle. In front or behind? Behind. Okay, so you're going to deal some damage to the Pyre. Not enough so that I care, but enough so that we get a little bit concerned. We have a little bit of concern that if we lose by just a little bit, it might be because of that. So Crushing Demise is my choice for dealing with you. We already have it in the hand, we just have to wait for you to get to the top. In the meantime, let's play our Remnant Host down here again. Let's play our good Draff here. Let's play the Pyre Shards here. We could Crushing Demise this one, but again, 6 damage and we regain 5 health. Not a problem. We do have Memento Mori. Memento Mori could kill this one very commandingly, or we could try to actually deal this one enough damage to kill it. I think I'd rather kill this one. We've got a way to deal with you. Now you, we are going to Drip Fall, so that you're not dealing your trample damage. And we might as well Drip Fall you again. Yeah. Dazed you twice, so that you don't deal any damage as you're going up. You are another problem for the Pyre health. I think I'm going to let this one die rather than playing Unleash the Wildwood here, because playing it here is good. Okay, so we're taking little bits of damage against the Pyre. Many times. The bottom we get to play Remnant Host every turn. So the bottom still has the problem because these have multi-strike times 3. So I think we're going to have to play a Fatal Melting at the bottom. Kind of wanted to play it at the top to kill this one, but we don't get to do that. So we are going to play it down here. And then we play our Remnant Host, and we engraft you. Doesn't matter very much who we engraft. Razor Sharp Edge is definitely going on our champion. We need your attack to go up. Your health is going up by a lot. We need your attack to go up too. And then Preserved Thorns. Preserved Thorns... we could do a couple on you so that you deal less to the Pyre. We do 2 on you, then you will only hit the Pyre once. And then this one kills this one. Great. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. We're dealing damage to the Last Divinity kind of a lot. We're not doing much damage. You can see that the health has not gone down much, but we're still dealing damage to it pretty much every turn. We got another Fatal Melting, but they do have Spell Shield 1. Is there a way to stop that? We have Stings, but they only hit the front unit. That's unfortunate. So what are we doing down here? We're playing Molded for 1. And we can get back this Draff. Oh, I shouldn't be playing this down here, because you get Armor 10. And then I think we play this Draff in the middle here, because I think that allows you to survive. It does not. Ooh. Oh, because you've got 13 times 2. Ick. I think we have a problem at the bottom. We're going to use the Crushing Demise at the top. How much damage do we have to deal with? The 13 times 2 is the real problem. So 7 times 2 kills the Remnant Host and the first draft. 20 times 2 kills the Draff and hurts this one. 5 times 2 kills this one, brings you down to 35? Why does 13 times 2 kill you? Let me do that again. So this one doesn't attack. This one does 7 times 2. That kills the Remnant Host, and then it kills the first draft that comes out of the Remnant Host. You've got 20 times 2. Oh, you're a Wilt Wings. Okay, so that's going to change. You kill the draft, you hurt this one. You kill this one, you get down to 35. Then 26 damage comes in, so you're at 9. You deal all of your damage, this one kills you just barely. And there's nothing we can do about that except Steel Enhancer. Oh, alright. What? That wasn't enough? There we go. Just alive by 1. Okay, and then a Fatal Melting seems pointless down here, as do the Stings, because we would just take off from this one that's already dying. So let's do all of that on this floor. Sting, Sting, a Fatal Melting, and a Dreg. How much do I care about your health? A little bit. Put the Dreg in front. And I think we should put the Razor Sharp Edge down here, even though it means this one gains more armor. You're not dying because you've got Stealth 2. Ick, that Stealth 2 is awful. Alright, our guy down there is at 1 health. Let's see what we can do. We have restores, but not much. We can drip fall you and the boss. That's a way to deal with it. You are not dying. So we're going to play Remnant Host. Should we play it at the bottom? Or not this time? We could play it in the center. I want to play a Fatal Melting somewhere. I guess the Petty Theft plus a Fatal Melting can get rid of that one. Alright, I think that's what we're doing. Do I want to put the Remnant Host at the bottom when we know it's not going to die this turn? No. We're going to play the Remnant Host here this time. That means the Petty Theft is free. And then we can play a Fatal Melting. That changes things here kind of a lot. We can now play the Drip Fall. Yeah, Drip Fall. Drip Fall plus Drip Fall means that you're not dying this turn. You know, barely, but still. We can play Molded to get back something good. Let's get back the something good that we have in our deck. What's in our deck right now? Not much that can deal with this. We really have to get back to Crushing Demise, which we have a decent chance to, but it's not an amazing chance. And I do want to deal with you somehow. It would be great if Memento Mori became free. The best I can do is play my Restore here, and then play the Draft, which might make Memento Mori free. It did not. It made Hallowed Halls free, which is actually fine. I'm very happy to play that at the top. Almost all of them die from the sweep. Now then, we have Glimmer at the bottom. Doesn't kill you because of the spell shield. We've got the Remnant Host, which we're going to play at the bottom. The Glimmer has to go at the bottom to heal you. And then 2 stings doesn't do anything to you because the stings deal you 10 damage and then you gain 10 armor. However, you're dealing 7 damage to the Pyre, and then the Pyre is healing for 5, so we don't care. The main problem is you. That's the main problem. So I think what we do is we play Glimmer at the bottom. We play Unleash the Wildwood at the bottom. We play Old Magic here. And we play a couple stings here just in case we're going to deal with you by dealing you damage. Which I hope we don't have to do that, because you would deal a lot of damage to the Pyre if we're dealing you solely with damage. Alright. Please give me Crushing Demise. We got it. We got Crushing Demise. Alright. We were drawing a lot of cards, so there was a pretty decent chance, but there wasn't a perfect chance. But we also got Memento Mori, which actually kills this one, too. I mean, we're going to use Crushing Demise on it, unless we feel like we need it for something else, which we do not. So let's just play our cards. A Fatal Melting kills pretty much everything here. You're getting 268 at the bottom. That's pretty nice. Engraft can heal you slightly. Sting. What does Sting do? Doesn't do a whole lot. We've got another Fatal Melting that we could play in the center. Kind of like that. Then we play Crushing Demise at the top. And then we do Memento Mori on the boss. 380 damage. Kind of nice. Sting on the boss too. And let's play Razor Sharp Edge on our champion. And Drip Fall on the boss. Where? Could put it on the bottom floor. We could put it in the center floor. We could do it twice. See, I kind of like you taking damage in the center because the spikes. So let's do Drip Fall on the bottom floor twice. That will make the boss daze this turn and next turn. Which means these drafts will be here, which is kind of nice. Oh, wait a minute, the drafts the drafts burn out, of course. Oh, we win. Aha. Let's win. Great. We've won Covenant Rank 19. Which means we get to go up to Covenant Rank 20. We took more than 14 damage. We just healed 5 each time we took damage. I wonder what Covenant Rank 20 is, because, you know, it's a multiple of 10, so it's got to be a significant one. Covenant Rank 10 was terrible, so Covenant Rank 20 has got to be something big. -1 space on the middle floor. That's pretty bad. I have to say, that is a painful Covenant rank. Okay. We Divinity Mastered 7 more cards. Very happy about that. Ho ho, look at that harvest trigger. Alright, we're gonna go back to that shortly. Oh, the Melting becomes the first clan that has divine victories across the board. Nice. Apparently Wormkin is the best secondary clan, and Melting is my best primary clan. How about that? Alright, harvest triggers 405. Previous best was 259. A pretty low score, but it was kind of difficult just to win, so I'm perfectly okay with that. This win streak is going to be nothing, because Inferno Cup tracks wins from 10 to 19, and we're going to 20 next time, so it's just going to stay at 1 the whole time. And that's it for this time. Next time is the last clan combination. In this run, I added a new Divine Win, which completes a victory for every clan combination with the Melting Remnant as the primary clan. On that note, I also have a Divine Victory for every combination with the Umbra as the secondary clan, as well as the Wormkin as the secondary clan. 7 new cards were Divinity Mastered, and all 7 were mastered for the first time as well. On the right, I am featuring the rarest normal enemies that I've registered kills for this run. Excluding bosses, which are notably rare, the Conduit Redirector and the Purifier are a couple of the normal enemies furthest from my 100 kills threshold. I have quite a ways to go before completing either of those 2 enemies, but still, number goes up, and that makes my brain happy. On the left, I am featuring the Remnant Host, which I played with for the first time this run, and it was excellent. The Draff units that came out from the Remnant Host were very rarely doing any damage, but that wasn't the point. This card soaked up 3 attacks from enemy units, protecting my precious sweep unit, and counting 3 additional harvest triggers for my champion or Wickless Baron. It also counted as 3 deaths for a Fatal Melting. I upgraded a Fatal Melting with 2 Pack Shard upgrades, and then duplicated it, which means it did a lot of damage, and I got to play it frequently. Part of the reason I played a Fatal Melting so often was Herzl's Compound. This is an excellent enhancement to take, and I've been utilizing it even more lately, now that my starting deck has more cruft in it. Pyrestone Housing was rather helpful this run, allowing me to make use of several Merchants of Steel. Also, I had very few artifacts this run. Only 4 unique artifacts, so these are 2 of only 4 that I used. I have more detail on my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.